Hello, and welcome back to Clay's 50 Film Challenge! Yeah! My name is Clay Johnson, and today I am continuing my 50 Film Challenge with film number 27, Rubber, which was suggested by Aaron Pratt. So thank you very much for the suggestion, Aaron. This is a horror film from 2010, but it's not a typical horror film. I'll go more into that later. And it stars Steven Spinella, Wings Hauser, and he's the lead, Robert the Tire. Okay, so this is not, like I said, it is not a conventional horror film. The synopsis, the plot for this film is literally this. It is a film about a tire that comes to life and kills people with psychic powers. That is the plot of the film. And I will say, going into this is one of the few that when I was getting the list and compiling it and people were looking at it, this was one of the few that people were like, oh, this is a horrible film. You're going to hate this film. And so I've got to say that kind of filled me with dread going into this. I also was a little bit shaky because I'm a little reticent with horror films. I mean, I've started to broaden my base a lot more in recent years, but this seemed kind of like just like a gore fest. Like that's what I was afraid it was going to be. And while it is gory, it is not about that. I mean, okay, so like I said, it's not a conventional horror film. This film is literally, it's an absurdist piece. It is an exercise in meaninglessness and absurdism, and it's also very meta. Steven Spinella's character, who I would say is probably the human lead, comes out at the very beginning and literally gives a speech about how this is going to be about things that happen for no reason and things that don't matter. And it just goes from there. And it's illustrated by, I mean, he's driven in a car that he then gets out of the trunk for, and then grabs a glass of water from the driver, and then after his speech pours it on the ground just to illustrate his point that things happen for no reason. So, and I mean, it's basically, like I said, it's about a tire that comes to life and kills people. The thing that I like about absurdism, though, is that absurdism itself is an exercise in the futility of things, the meaninglessness and pointlessness of things that people put so much stock into. But because of that, it both means nothing and at the same time is saying so much. So, I mean, you've got this inanimate object, this tire, and the thing is that this tire, they give it such, you watch it come to life and you watch it kind of evolve, and they give it actually more intention and motivation than some of the human characters in the film. And then there is another aspect of the film, which is at the very beginning they introduce an audience that is watching all of this happening, not like in a movie theater or anything, but they're interacting as if, they are, regular movie watchers, but they are watching the film outside in the desert through binoculars. And it's just, and then they go on to comment about the film, and there's endless commentary about the film to the point where one of the audience members eventually starts arguing with the people who are doing the film that they shouldn't have done this, they should have done that, and it's so meta, and like I said, there's just something so interesting about it. I mean, I'm sure you can tell, I actually really liked this film. I mean, the more absurd and ridiculous it got, the more interesting it became to me. Because I really like that absurdist aesthetic. I mean, most people that know me know, I'm an actor. I do a lot of theater. And one of my favorite shows I've ever been in is Beckett's Endgame, which is, post-apocalyptic absurdism, and I just had so much fun in that show because, like I said, it means everything and nothing simultaneously, and I really connected to that in this film. So I am going to give this, it's just on the nose, but why not? I'm going to give it 3 tires. 3 Robert the Tires, apparently. So that is the review for that film. As always, if you completely disagree with me, if you've seen this and you think that it is just crap, you're welcome to comment on that. I mean, I will say that the point of review, the point of criticism is not to, say invariably, this is good, this is bad. I mean, it's 100% people giving their own opinions. But in that, we share what the film is about. So even if I like it, me telling you what it is about is enough to let you know that maybe that's not something that you're interested in. Or maybe it's something that I dislike, but when I describe it, it sounds good to you. Well, now you know something that you should check out. I mean, agree, disagree with me, feel free. But yeah, I will be back next time with my review of film number 28, The Pawnbroker. So I look forward to that. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.